Chapter 8. Embracing Your Continuous Evolution. It is important to continuously embrace evolution. Just when you think you have made it to your peak, you realize it is just a lower high for where you really are destined to be. If you are still breathing the spirit of the Creator, then guarantee that you will continue to evolve, refine, and improve. I think it's also important to note that just because you begin on the path of wholesomeness doesn't mean that you won't still fail and fall. To be refined is to acknowledge the impurities and work through them, one lesson at a time. Oftentimes we think it's something that we can avoid, but the Most High is the creator of our journeys, whether they end well or badly. You are in a constant cycle of improvement, and be glad. For whom he loves, he chastens. You shall also consider in your heart that as a man chastens his son, so Zhateyah YisraEl chastens you. Deuteronomy 8:3. Never sit in a spirit of self-righteousness, because truly, none of us are righteous. We can only do our best to achieve an acceptable level of it. May we all be acceptable in the eyes of our Creator. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. Isaiah 64:6. None of us are the perfect image of obedience, and none of us have absolute knowledge, which means that you should continue to extend grace and mercy to those who are conscious, unconscious, and seasoned. Do you know how many times I encountered an uninvited correction by someone who, 1, I didn't know, 2, was also in sin, 3, wasn't showing the love of the Most High, 4, was trying to be shady or a slick hater, 5, wasn't on the same plane of belief and practice, or 6, all of the above. People were just contentious and argumentative, as if I had even asked, how you gonna hit my DMs talking crazy? Blocked. Understanding the phases of womanhood. From youth to eldership, you will continue to grow. From sprouting to replanting, each stage is necessary and important for personal and communal integrity. Let's look at the phases of womanhood and how a sister may come into herself in each. The seed or sprout. As a seed, she is just a babe taking in all that she sees and experiences. She may not yet be able to talk, physically, mentally, or spiritually, but she definitely observes and receives what is around her. In this season, she will rely on the outside environment and community to nurture her until she begins to grow. The time now is to receive the rain, and if you are a babe, to receive the milk. This stage comes with a level of naivety and innocence. She is underground, so for the most part, she is protected and nurtured. The seedling. As a seedling, she is now seeing the world with more awareness and a level of discernment. Now being a bit taller in her stance, she can see above the ground level and gets a view of the outside for what it is. She is still protected by her youth and naivety, but she is now aware of the idea of storms, rains, and critters. She begins to discern what is and what is not. In this stage, you may understand the mild evils and goods that are a piece of the journey of life. The bud. Refined by bad weather, sunshine, and a community of bees, the bud starts to develop strength, health, and endurance. Coming into her wisdom, she understands the cycles of rain and sunshine, and she utilizes her wisdom to get in position to produce real results, spiritually, physically, economically, financially, and communally. She understands that she has to focus and centralize her efforts to produce. The flower. Almost at her initial set of goals, she is now close to producing the fruits that she has harbored since a child. Seasoned with wisdom and now preparing for a harvest, she is continuing the works to get to the next level. Sometimes, this season can seem like a repetitive coasting, just waiting for a breakthrough, just sun, storm, and bugs on repeat. But don't worry, sister, it's coming. The ripening and first fruits. Before she knows it, the first fruits of her hard labor have emerged and can be seen by all. I told you it would come. She not only has to continue maintaining her land, but now she has to be ready to gather the fruits as a result. If she was moving correctly, this is the time of bountiful harvest and abundant thanks to the Creator above, and the environment below. This is a time of sweet victory and satisfaction. It's bittersweet, but this season is also cyclical, meaning that for a time period, it too must end. Be sure to store your wisdom, knowledge, and tangibles to create an easier winter. The replanting. Everyone loves to indulge in the fruit and flowers, yet the real blessing is that even the fruits come with an aspect to replant it, to multiply and grow again. This time period can be a challenge, as some flowers and fruits want to remain in the season of harvest and sunshine, not realizing that the next season of harvest will bring about even more. This is the time to apply what you learned on your journey, join hand in hand with more farmers, and continue to build until the whole flower bed is overflowing. It's time to rest, rejuvenate, and recycle. I don't want to put ages or time frames on these stages because truthfully, just like when you climb that first mountain, you see that it is merely a cycle birthed and rebirthed throughout the vast stretch of land. You can go through all of these stages within your first decades of living or your last. You can also go through them multiple times. You are and always have been an eternal being that isn't subject to an end, so I won't give you one. Fuel your evolution. There are some things that you can do to maintain and fuel your continuous evolution. I challenge you in each phase of your journey to consider. Value and respect other sisters' journeys. Don't be quick to write off or judge a sister that may have a different journey than you. Check the heart posture. Remain merciful and gracious but edifying. Don't fuel into ignorance, but protect and maintain your righteous standard. Use wisdom in your interactions, and remember, if you really want to help a sister, establish the relationship. For rules and recommendations often fall flat without relationship as a foundation. Remain spiritually connected to the Creator. Your first priority should not be religion, but relationship. Maintain strong relationship with your Creator as a friend, parent, sister, brother, or whatever else you need it to come as. The Creator is able to meet with you in various forms. Just as you would want a close friend or partner to maintain their relationship with you, do the same for the Most High. Be open to other perspectives and research. Again, you have zero absolute knowledge, which means you should be open to discerning other viewpoints, interpretations, and practices. You never know how the character of the Most High translates to different people and nations. Now, this doesn't mean you have to entertain any far-fetched, cultish, or belligerent claims. It simply means be humble enough to discern other research. Use role models for next level ups. The Most High put examples in Scripture as well as in your physical life to help you bloom into the daughter He or she has desired for you to be. Don't be afraid to mimic the model to get the same or similar results. There should be no hierarchy of competition or lack of humility with this. We are all complementary to each other. Think of our community as a web, not a pyramid. Don't limit the Most High. For example, have you heard the arguments about biblical texts being allegorical, metaphysical, symbolic, or actual? I always think this is a funny argument because why don't you believe that the Creator is all of the above? Do you not think that he or she could curate a story to be allegorical, actual, symbolic, metaphysical, and spiritual all in one? Do not box the Most High within the confines of religious dogma and doctrine. The Creator is an eternally intelligent, supernatural being. He, she is not limited to your one methodology of discovery or understanding.